would you hold on? Would you care to explain that, or would you care to say that again for posterity?
Oh, that I threaten the world each and every day that I continue to wake up.
It-
It makes it sound like you're an evil genius with like the nuclear launch codes or something.
yeah, like did you like make friends with whichever Kim Jong family member is in charge right now? Like,
I'm
He's
an
like, nah, I'm
eldritch
too cool for those
abomination
guys.
wearing the flesh suit. It's fine.
just a flesh suit. Okay,
The flesh.
flesh suit. Oddly enough, flesh suit does
Yeah,
bring us
he
to
trades
our
good shit.
topic for the day, because
Yeah, pretty much.
we actually do have a semblance of a topic. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Hey guys, welcome to the Swear Jar. This is the Blow Your Mind week. So we've got it's a special group. You've already heard Kit because she couldn't help herself but just be wild at the beginning of the episode. Maniacal laughter and all. Would you consider yourself megalomaniac? Are you going to try and take over the world? Are you the next Dr. Evil?
No, I'm not a megalomaniac. I'm more like a chaotic anarchist who just sits there and watches the world tear itself apart.
Okay.
Yes, I don't have to do anything. They're all stupid enough.
That's
They're doing it for me.
I completely understand why we get along so well now at our core. Right? Because we're both just the Joker. Like,
Kinda.
like when you boil it down to just the most basic of basic personality types, we're the Joker. You know, like we don't have to do all of the evil things as long as somebody's doing the evil things.
Kind of like Cthulhu, you wake me up and I'm a big bitch about it.
Dude, all right, so there's a metal song that I listen to. It's called "Wrapped in Hatred" by Vines of Thorn. I really enjoy the song, but one of the lines in it is "Behold the wrath of the Necronomicon."
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
I've never held one of those books, but I've just been around them, and you can feel the fucking evil radiating off.
Yeah, I've held the Necronomicon. I've read from the Necronomicon.
I touched one, I dropped it on the ground and went nope, all the way out of wherever I was.
A friend of ours.
Oh God.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually has a Levian Satanic Bible, and I read from it for a little bit. It was quite enjoyable. Anton LaVey is wouldn't say a hero, but not even an idol, just an appreciated figure of mine.
Fair.
Because, like, I've never claimed to be Satanist because I'm not, but I do like the humanist movement of Satanism or of modern day Satanism, where it's more of a mixture of just like, hey, you know, like we don't care if you have your religious rights, but we want ours. Like we just want to be us. America was founded on being a pluralistic nation of like a pluralistic religious nation, so allow it to be that way. We're way off, but I mean, not really, because the topic for today does have to do with certain areas in America and Canada.
Yeah, you just got to go a bit further north.
Well, not entirely. So over the course of the past few weeks, I've been doing little bits of reading, and of course, because of that, it means it's the only thing I can talk about because it's the only thing on my mind. And so this one's been very difficult for me to do because everybody at work is afraid of this, so they won't let me talk about it. So I've had to back off on my research a little bit because I was driving myself insane. I really like certain things about it. I don't like the whole every time you say its name, it supposedly calls one to you, and we're doing this as winter comes up, and it is a winter type creature. So those are all concerning things, but we're going to be talking about however you pronounce it because I'm not going to try and properly pronounce a Native American language, but it is called a Wendigo. We're starting this one off a little bit different than we did with our Jersey Devil episode. That one I started out with like a semi-dramatic reading of how the Jersey Devil was born. This one is a multitude of cryptids. And it's not even so much a cryptid as it is a spiritual entity, would be the best way to put it, to be honest. Or at least that's the best way I would put it. Because it was human at one point.
Yeah.
Mark,
I mean,
what did?
It's pretty much a spiritual curse.
Yeah, you did a little bit of research. Did you guys watch that video I sent you?
I did, and I watched a little more on the Marvel's version of it, and the Marvel version stays pretty true to what that other video was.
I didn't get
But
a video. What
it
the
really-
fuck is this?
Oh no, this is something I privately DM'd Mark like a week ago, and then realized that Dooms was going to be on today's episode, and was like, "Hey, watch this. What if you get a chance?" You were not given any information because you are the guest of the episode, and you
That's
get
fair.
shock value.
Pretty much. If you look at it at its core, what it really is it's a spiritual curse that comes from eating human flesh in the wintertime. It turns you into that thing forever. Like that's your punishment for breaking nature's laws.
Yeah. So to give, I'm not going to go too dramatic with this, but for this is an excerpt from a book. All right. So the Wendigo is gaunt to the point of emaciation, its desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones. With bones pushing out against its skin, its complexion of ash gray of death. Eyes pushed deep back into their sockets, looked like a gaunt skeleton recently from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody, unclean and suffering from suppuration of the flesh. The Wendigo gave off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and corruption. Whoever wrote that is very well written, because I could not write something that beautiful. I can read nice, but I can't write nice.
No, that was very well written.
Yeah. So I'm gonna butcher this. All right, but it's Ojibwe, Eastern Cree. It basically they're described as giants with I don't even know how to.
Are you talking about what the Wendigos described to look like?
Yeah, they look, honestly, the best way to describe it is they look like a werewolf without a snout.
Yeah, they're approximately, from some legends, 9 feet tall, razor sharp claws, because where they're just so emaciated, it's just bones.
Always.
They're they have a ravenous hunger. They can never be satiated. They'll eat and eat, and they could eat the fucking world if there was enough of them.
Yeah, I mean it's just wild. And so they're huge. They go out, and it's always during winter. It seems like there's very few stories of it during summer, which leads me to believe very very heavily that this is just some more of what's the word I'm looking for? Anagram? No.
Like Aesop's Fable.
Allegory.
Basically, this is just a story, like the stories of the Bible, to get early man to not do certain things. Don't kill and eat your family when you're starving, because then you'll turn into a Wendigo. I mean, that's really what it boils down to, it's just a way to scare people. I mean, and the crazy thing is, I found some more weird shit, is that they actually have something in historical accounts. They called it Wendigo Psychosis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not been documented in the modern age, so most people just think it's made up.
Yeah. But that being said, people have actually been like in Canada, people have been jailed and killed like hung for killing what they thought to be Wendigos.
Yeah, there's a bunch of the Native Americans from up there. They would see something if it started acting sketchy, they'd fucking kill it, and they're like, "Nope, that's a Wendigo. Fuck that."
Yep.
I remember reading about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that happened I think the last one was like in 1850 something.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, I've lost it. I know that the video I sent you guys, like, that was really well done. They knew
It
a
was.
lot. Like,
Yeah,
They
they
had
crammed
quite
a
a bit
lot
of
of information.
on the tech.
Yeah, they put a lot of information in just a 10-minute video.
yeah, way more than I can even go over because I can't remember all of it. I watched it like a week ago. I rewatched it the other day.
I actually rewatched
But
it today, then I watched the one on Marvel.
I just they're just such a weird creature. I need to find the page that I was. Oh man.
I mean, to be fair, though,
To be fair, huh?
Canada's history regarding the Native Americans is almost as bad as ours, to be fair.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, fur trading was a big thing then.
Well, they were definitely not very kind, and they're still finding, you know, unmarked
Yeah.
graves today.
Like everybody thinks Canadians are real nice. No, not all of them.
Oh geez. What? What? That was way later than I thought. So one of the cases of the Wendigo that I've found was Wendigo Psychosis was a I'm gonna fucking butcher all this. So his name is actually pretty easy, Jack Fiddler. All right, which tells you that this is pretty modern because his name is Jack Fiddler. But he was a chief and medicine man, and he was what? He's killing people with that had Wendigo psychosis, and so eventually he was, jailed for it. Oh, oh no, he wasn't jailed. His brother was jailed. He committed suicide, and then he was granted pardon 3 days after. Well, he was granted pardon, but it arrived to the jail 3 days after he committed suicide. Because in 1907, it wasn't just a text
or an email.
Yeah, it wasn't like shit nowadays.
It took.
What, the telegram?
No telegrams. What's really wild about that video too that it brought up was that the Wendigo was in an episode of My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was kind
Why?
of odd.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like the rest of the stuff that like pop culture wise that it was in made sense.
Like
Except for the
Supernatural,
whole, like,
yeah.
deer-headed thing.
That was from an artist rendition of what people did.
Well, honestly, I looked into that a little bit as well, because I didn't know if that was going to get brought up. That's actually interesting. The guy who did that had never done any research on the Wendigo. He just
Yeah.
heard that it was kind of like almost like a werewolf type creature. And so he was like, make something scary, werewolf-esque, Wendigo, make it like a deer. And that's how it came to be, essentially. And then afterwards, he did research and went, oh man, I fucked this up. But it became such a scary, like, thing to see, man. Like, I watched clips from that movie. It's fucked, man. Shit's fucked.
Actually, that dude's rendition of that is what inspired the Leshens in The Witcher 3. That's what they look like.
Yeah, like, fuck that shit, man. I don't want to deal with none of that.
It's like, I don't need none of that shit in my life.
Like, I don't know.
On
man.
today's episode of Things You Shouldn't Fuck With.
Yeah, honestly, like,
Seriously.
and according to all this, like, from what I've been reading, if you eat human flesh Or if you have dreams about Wendigos, you can become
Yeah,
a
that was
Wendigo.
another really weird one. Was dreaming
Okay.
about it could
Yeah, the
potentially.
dream one got me. It's like, okay, usually if people are dreaming about it, it means that thing's coming for them, not you're becoming one.
Yeah. Well, see, what's got me nervous as fuck is one of the books I've got that is for this podcast is it's called Casebook on the Men in Black, and well, I've listened to multiple podcasts, and the reason I got the book is because it's been used as source material in a couple podcasts and a couple other things I've read. Um, and a couple of people have all like had the same recurring nightmares of like a really tall dude in flannel with a bowl cut standing at the edge of their bed, like like sleep paralysis. And I've had sleep paralysis before,
Yes.
and I don't want to go through that again. And if I'm gonna be real with y'all, if I start reading this book and start dealing with that kind of shit, I'm not finishing the book.
Fair.
All right,
Yeah.
like I'm not. If it's bad, I won't finish the book. But like, if I go through it and it's fine, I'm making somebody else read the book as well. All right, because like
No,
no,
not
'cause-
it.
I'm gonna be fair with you. It won't be me because this whole like the thing with the skinwalkers, I am wholeheartedly a believer in not fucking with that.
oh,
Hell no.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Dude, that reminds
Skinwalkers
me.
are a completely different thing. Skinwalkers
Yeah.
have to so in order to become a skinwalker, it is a process. And it is also a very hidden thing because understandably the Native Americans don't really trust the white man very much. So they're not going to tell us about certain things. But from what we have been able to gather, all right, because I've also researched skinwalkers. We will not be doing a Skinwalker Ranch type episode, not in the near future at all.
Okay.
We might do it one day, but there is no plan for it in the near future. This is about all you're going to get from me from it for now. Is that to become a skinwalker, one of the main ways is to kill someone very close to you, a mother, a father, a brother, or sister. Either kill them or be in the room while you have somebody else kill them. You have to be right there, and then you have to have sex with the corpse, and then you eat the corpse. And then you can become a skinwalker. And the whole reason you do that is so that you can take the pelt of a dog and throw it over your back and become a dog. Okay? That's why you do it, is so that you can be a dog. I mean, obviously there are other animals you could be, because technically skinwalkers can be any animal. But it's so that you can become an animorph. You know?
But I'm also not doing the whole like looking into this thing either, because
Oh, the Wendigos?
yeah, no,
Is this a nope, not fucking with it thing for you?
This is a definitely nope, not fucking with it. Okay, as someone
If it makes you feel any better, Wendigos are native to South Carolina.
I don't live there, so
but that's just a
Would
hop,
you
skip,
fuck
and a
with
jump
them?
away.
Would
Technically,
you fuck with the Wampus
they.
cat?
Let me see if I can. Hold on. You guys talk. Let me see if I can find a map so I can really fuck your brain.
All right.
that like as
Oh.
someone who's been thoroughly like interested, obsessed, infatuated with the paranormal, whatever. This is one of the few things that is at the top of the list of don't fuck with that. Okay? You don't touch it, you don't fuck with it, you don't call its name, you don't no.
You just pretend it doesn't exist.
You don't pretend it doesn't exist cuz that's where the complacency gets in.
But, okay, I'll give you that.
You don't fuck with it.
You know, that reminds me of. This came up when I was looking at stuff for the Wendigo. There are people out there that literally believe that when Teddy Roosevelt founded the National Forest Registry and all the national parks, that he did it because he knew shit like that was out there, and the rangers were meant to be a small army to contain that shit.
All right, so in the chat, I put up a map that this is where all the people that speak the language that would, have this legend are. And that Shawnee right there
Is
you
in
can see,
Tennessee.
is very much so in
Well-
Tennessee.
More like Middle Tennessee, about Nashville or so.
Yeah, but still close enough to be an issue for us.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why we're
You know,
not fucking.
I'm gonna have to agree with Kid on this one. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah, that's why we here at the Swear Jar are officially not fucking with the Wendigos. However, we are talking about them and in doing slight information for people.
Yeah.
Just like
I mean-
the fact that the reason why they're so mistaken for werewolves is because when they were first described to people, like outside of that culture, they
Those
were
Europeans
immediately
when they had
compared
the
to werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very tricky when it comes to the cryptids, because and like we said, it's not even really a cryptid; it's more of a spiritual curse. But
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like so part of the podcast, we're doing different things. We're talking about spirits. We're talking about cryptids. We're talking about anything. I just been saying creepypasta, to be honest.
yeah,
Just anything that might make people semi-uncomfortable. Now, then, we're not going to do, like, anything too...
SCP Foundation shit, or
I mean, like, I do plan on doing, a couple serial killers later on. A couple of cults that I'm a big... I don't even want to say a big fan of.
they piqued your interest.
Cults that I have found interesting.
Yeah,
Like I compare Marky Mark to one of the leaders of one of my favorite cults. He looks like Shoko Asahara from Om Shinrikyo.
oh shit.
Fucking Logan told him he
like
looked like Charlie Manson, and that is very accurate because Charles Manson is a short man. He's 5'4". Okay.
It's like your height's not helping you yet again, Mark.
Yeah, you're just carve a swastika in your forehead, bro, and you look like Manson. All right, like
Don't do that.
yeah, you just got to start being like, wow, blah, 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 like, and then you could be a full on Manson, bro. But you got to get a bunch of sand women, like hippie chicks, to go in the desert with you to ride dune buggies. Because at the end of the day, that's all Manson really wanted. All right, all the killing and shit was everybody else in the group taking it too far. He just wanted to like do acid and ride dune buggies in the desert with a bunch of hippie chicks and fuck. Which at the end of the day, can anybody blame him for wanting to do that? Like,
no.
Doesn't that sound like a really relaxed... Like, Kit, wouldn't you love to just hang out in the desert and like ride fucking dune buggies and just goof off?
I'd just take one and never come back.
Why would
Keep
you not
going.
come? Why would you not come back? It's so much fun. All right, I can understand why you wouldn't come back because, like, from what I've seen of their like quote unquote base camp type shit, like they didn't bathe well and it was nasty, and like I can get why you wouldn't want to come back, but like under non-Manson like circumstances, wouldn't it be badass to just like be riding dune buggies through the desert?
Like all day, every day.
Okay, maybe not all day, every day. All right, you're not
No.
wrong. And his music was not bad. I mean, have any of you guys listened to Manson's music?
You showed me some of it.
No, I have.
Oh, Charlie Manson is like, he's another one. He's not, I wouldn't call him a hero, but like, there are certain times that I just love Charlie Manson. Like, he was fucked from the start. He was fucked from the word go.
And he just made the best of it.
Well, he's another one that we might talk about one day. He had a real fucked up upbringing, you know?
Mm.
So, at one point, you told me to do some research on things.
Oh, yeah, I wanted you to come up with what your favorite like cryptid or something like that creepy stuff for us to do an episode on one day. Like for not so much for you to lead the episode, but for you to know information on already to where like you can more partake in the conversation.
Oh yeah, I've got a few these days.
Honestly, I'm down with that because the more options we have, the better.
You know, there is one you could do. A lot of people around here talked about it. My grandpa told me about it, called the Wampus Cat.
Oh yeah.
I've never actually heard of that, believe it or not.
It
Wampus
lives in
cat.
Appalachia.
Yeah, kind
Yep.
of a bit more of a traditional type thing.
Oh no, come on,
It's
keep
literally-
them coming. I need a list. So
Like
Okay.
literally, from what Pappy told me, they're just a giant cat that looks like a mountain lion, and it lives in the Appalachian Trail, and it is very bloodthirsty.
honestly,
That
we could
cool.
do a multitude and do like 2 or 3 in an episode.
We
I keep
could.
having nightmares of being attacked by mountain lions.
Well,
Can
you
we
do
stop?
live closer to the mountains than the rest of us.
That is true. You
I
do have
do,
a better
yeah.
chance.
Well, I've got one
Okay.
that everyone in this state should have heard of. The Bell Witch.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually really interesting.
That's a whole lot of not fucking with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of you don't fuck with it, but it's definitely when you talk about like impact, right? This is a spirit which got federal government attention at the time.
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
know about the Bell Witch. That's an interesting story. I honestly like didn't expect you to know about the Bell Witch, because most people in Tennessee talk about the Blair Witch stuff, not the Bell
yeah.
Witch.
No,
The Bell
I know.
Witch
Bell,
I know what the Bell
is
Witch
like
is.
what the Blair Witch came from.
yeah, the Bell
Mhm.
Witch was the inspiration to the Blair Witch,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
like I could go on for days about the marketing for the Blair Witch because I loved the first. I loved the more recent one they did that was actually a continuation of the first one.
Yeah, but that shit's all cursed, man. Everybody who's part of it has really terrible luck for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean that's because they're the Bell Witch's legend is far-reaching, even though it's quote unquote more of a local legend for us.
Yeah, but it's very far-reaching.
Okay.
And
hell,
you know
Mm.
that's in no big part due to the Blair Witch.
Yeah. I mean, the Blair
Mhm.
Witch that's why it takes it over and most people don't think about it. Just to be honest, like, most people don't even know the difference. You know, like, even people around here don't really know
Yeah.
the difference.
I would love to go see the cave once.
I'll
Yeah.
go.
The Bell Witch hates men. Stay the fuck away from it.
I mean, I know she does, but it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, Kid'll be fine.
I mean,
But
I've faced worse. Have you met my ex-wife?
You know what? I'll give you that.
dangly parts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not,
Dang it.
it's like
but-
I told one of the girls at work the other day, I ain't even afraid of ghosts. All right.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
I would love to go, but you would definitely have to drive because I've never driven that far,
Oh, God.
like actually driven.
I thought you're like, I've
Uh,
never driven that far, and you're talking to me, somebody who drove straight to Kansas in one go and did the whole
Yeah.
drive.
I know you can handle it, but because it's in reality, it's not super far away from us, but it's still a lot of interstate to get
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I'll definitely do that. That'd be a couple from around here. That's good.
Yeah, we could even take the video camera. You know that old ancient video camera I still fucking have.
Yeah.
Take that down there. Let's go get cursed, y'all. Fun.
Nope,
Just
homie, don't
you'll
play
be
that.
fine as long as you don't take a rock, Mark.
Okay, that's true. I'll give
Just
you that.
don't touch
Don't
anything.
don't grab anything or take anything from the area. That's where people fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, you don't do
yeah,
that.
we'll kind of leave that for another episode, but there's a lot like with that we could do. Another one I had. This one's more recent and more of a, I guess you could say like an internet type thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the elevator game?
Yes.
No,
I know exactly
no.
what you're talking about. Where the elevator that teleports you to the hell realm on that one level, and if you don't know the right code to get out, you get stuck there.
It's similar but different. It takes you, like, the one I'm thinking of takes you to the spirit world, and you, like, there's very specific rules for you. It's like a game that was set up to be played, right? Kind of like, like, I think the advent of, you know, instant technology transmission, the internet, has allowed a lot of, like, legends from other places to get here.
Yeah.
Because I believe
Yeah.
It's from Asia. It's an Asian. I don't remember Japan or China, but the one I'm talking about at least is.
yeah, I mean,
Oh God, what? I
Big fan of Cody, and not DBD either.
I was watching something on it on YouTube the other day. It was fucking wild, man.
yeah, there's,
What the
like,
fuck.
you've all picked the best topic and one of my favorites. Is why I'm glad I'm here.
Like, what in the blueberry fuck is this? This is. I've got to click on it. All right.
I also like the Yokai Oro.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. The what now?
Yoko Ono?
Yoko
the
Ono.
Spirit, yeah, the spirit of the snow that comes out actually in winter that'll kill you and freeze you to death.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah.
that's. I wouldn't consider that really a
Ooh.
cryptid. Right.
You know what you could do, Jazz? You could do the Yule Cat.
Yule cat.
Yeah. You might want to talk to Tim about that. He might know what that is.
Okay.
I know the basis of it, but I don't want to butcher it, so.
Oh. You know what? I've got to. I don't know if we're not doing that next, so I can put that on the list. I had to put Mothman on the list because we're definitely doing Mothman at some point. Like,
I actually listened to I actually listened to a podcast called Mythical Creatures, and it was about the Mothman today. That's really interesting shit.
what the? Oh yeah, yes. I'm gonna put that on the list. The Loveland Frog Man.
I actually saw that. I watched a video on YouTube about North American cryptids and saw that. I was like, huh.
Yeah. Just a weird one. Oh, we could do Champ. We could do Champ, Lake Champ Monster.
Yeah.
Champy. I threw a couple of ones that you guys might not know of. The Dover Demon and the
I've heard
Falk.
of it.
Yeah, the Falk Monster.
Do you have the Beast of Bray Road?
Oh, there
Ooh,
we
that's
go.
a good one. That's a good one.
Beast of what was it? Beast of Bray Road?
Bray Road, yeah.
Yeah, haven't heard of that one in a hot minute.
You ever heard of the Dark Watchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If you get the chance, definitely go, like, because we're hitting on a lot of the older, traditional telling ones.
Yeah.
Get you a chance to look through some of the internet ones, because, like, we all know who Slender Man is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you think about,
Ooh.
like, some of the shit that exists out there that could be really good for this type of thing, there's a lot of it. If you've never heard of him, There is a man on Twitter by the name of Trevor Henderson, or at Slimy Swamp. This is the man who created Siren Head.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. There are no shortages of creepy cryptids. And, like, you know, you could leave it ambiguous or not. Like, it can be ambiguous as to where it came from or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
But this is the perfect topic, because I love these things.
You want to put it on the list?
Yes.
Why not?
All right. Siren Head. All right. I've got quite a list going right now because I'm also looking through a list of like all of the. Oh no. Oh no,
no.
we're not doing that. Okay. All right. I've got a.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
There's actually a book pertaining to that elevator game I've got to get. It's like a collection of legends just like it.
Yeah.
So when I have funds to spend again,
Let's see.
I will buy that book and maybe clue you into a few.
See if I can find this video I was talking about with the weird elevator thing. Oh man. Not without clicking on videos, and I'm not doing that. But there's a guy on YouTube I watch. His name's Rob Gavigan. And he just does all kinds of super creepy shit. But I'm very interested into this. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, no, okay. I'm getting way off topic here. I mean, we're already a little bit off topic, but that's kind of what we do here.
Yeah.
What the okay, I'm not doing that either.
Oh, you could do the Dead book. I forgot about that. My papaw told me about them.
The what?
They're it's DYBBUK. I can't pronounce it. It's a
The
Jewish
Dibby.
ghost. Yeah.
It's
a Jewish ghost that comes into the world and can seize control of the body of the living. Like it's really fucked up. My papaw told me about him. He was like, "Yeah, you don't fuck with that."
Okay.
It just popped into my head.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. What? The book. The Seven Gates of Hell. That sounds like it'd be a good episode. Seven Gates of Hell. Why not?
Oh.
Just getting weird in here now.
Yeah, it is. We've
Watch out, boys. It's about to get fucking weird.
What the? I'm just done with that. I'm just done with that for now. I'm done with that for now too. So, we've got a pretty decent list I just created of stuff that we can do for episodes for a little bit. What really needs to happen is I need help figuring out how the fuck to do a proper outline for episodes so that I know more of what to say for a longer period of time.
yeah.
Like, I have bullet points and I know what things I want to say, but that's about it. So, need to figure that out. Need to, little work here and there. But all in all, we're figuring shit out. And now we have another list of so much stuff. Let's see. I threw a couple things you guys might not know about on there. Have you guys ever heard of the Black-Eyed Kids?
Yes.
Oh my god. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't thought of that in a minute.
Yeah.
I just have to say the kids aren't alright.
Yeah, the kids are not all right. And then one that because of like I don't know if it's where we live or what is just a really popular one. Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, it was so popular. When we were in high school, everybody talked about doing it.
I mean, have you
Nobody
ever
ever
done
has.
it though?
Nope.
I mean, no, because I'm not fucking stupid. You don't mess with ghosts.
Oh, am I the only one here who's done it?
Dude, I feel,
Probably.
I'm not surprised by
yeah.
that statement.
Oh, I did it. I drew a pentacle out of oh god, I don't even remember. But I drew a pentacle and I put 5 candles in the bathroom and I did it and it was nothing happened. Like
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
man.
that's the big expectation. Like, some people think it's a waste of time. Some people are afraid they'll actually knock on the door of something that you shouldn't.
I'm not concerned about that. I practice chaos magic every day of my life.
Fair.
So I have no concern. Oh, that's one. I don't think I know near enough about chaos magic to explain it to anyone in any capacity. I barely
no.
understand it myself, so I'm definitely
With
not doing
all the
an episode on it.
research that you did for the creature whose name I will not utter.
Yeah, I mean, some Googling, read an article or two. It wasn't really too bad or too much, to be honest.
I think I think you could do it because I was surprised about all the research that I was left out of.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Well, we've got a little time before we, do another one of these because, like I said, with the way Dooms and I work and the way Mark works as well, it's kind of hard to do dramatic amounts of research in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But as people have heard, we have, a little bit of a list of the next couple, some creatures we're going to do for a while. We'll just call them creatures because some of them are cryptids, some of them are spirits, just creepy stuff. I am definitely going to do Men in Black, and I don't know if I'm going to do it this November or next. It's going to be next November. It's going to have to be. I'm going to do some research and do hopefully a JFK series because he was killed in November, if I remember correctly. When was JFK killed? Was it when in November? I was planning that a while ago.
Yeah. Y'all make me want to do this creepy shit all the time.
Yeah, November 22nd. Okay, so in November I wanted to do a JFK series, but it's going to have to be next year.
Yeah. I shit you not, an idea I had about something I wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
I watched
Mhm.
someone make an actual book, like do their own book press and everything, right?
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
And I said that if I were ever gonna make a book like that, because it's stuff you could buy for not super much money. It's just a lot of time and effort. If I were gonna make a book like that, I would want to fill it with all the different legends, spirits that stories get passed around of.
Oh yeah, that's one of the books I
Mhm.
bought is by a group of podcasters, and it's called The Last Book on the Left, and it's obviously enough the last podcast on the left, and it's all about like the serial killers they had covered over their first 10 years of being podcasters.
Yeah.
And like they've got a lot of episodes and a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah,
What's really
some of
crazy, because they they're technically based out of California, they actually sell weed and have weed vapes.
Hmm.
Yeah. If you live in California, you can buy Last Podcast vapes. And they actually partnered with DC Comics, and they're putting out a comic book. It's like the Soul Plumber or some shit. I don't know. I don't have DC Comics stuff to read, otherwise I would. But
DC Comics needs to step their game up.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't read
That's
a
my
DC
opinion.
comic lately. I've been reading Marvel comics,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, I'm getting real tired of Batman's fucking origin story.
No, I'm not
Dude.
getting. You know what I'm not getting tired of, or what I am getting tired of is Batman and all of his Bat family. Okay,
Yeah, it just gets
Batman
large.
and Robin and Batgirl and Catwoman and Batgirl number 3 and Batgirl number 4 and Robin
And
number
Nightwing,
4.
Red Hood.
Yeah. Okay.
Red Hood's fucking awesome though. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
He's like,
it,
I know how to fight like Batman, except the difference is I'll shoot you in the fucking head.
it's just. That's why I told Cheese, I was like, I'm tired of all the Bat people. Alright, like, he wanted me to watch all the DC movies, like the cartoon ones, and I've been watching them. But I'm like, dude, there are so many fucking Bat people all the time. And they don't even explain who some of them are. They just show up, do something in a movie, and then dis-a-fucking-peer for the rest. Like, one of the Batgirls, you see her in a scene of one of the movies. At the end, she, like, shows up and is just like, oh, and I'm here too. And then you see her in another movie for, like, literally a one scene because Batman got hurt and she defends him until Nightwing gets there. And then she's gone. You don't see her again. They don't tell you who she is. They don't tell you which Batgirl she is. She's just there and then gone. You're supposed to just know because of the comics.
You want to know what I really want from
What?
DC?
What?
Martian Manhunter movie.
Yeah.
That's another thing that bothered me. In the DC, these cartoon movies, it's just assumed that you know who certain characters are. Like Martian Manhunter and Hawk just show up. They don't have any introduction. They just show up in one of the movies. They're just there.
Yeah.
Like it happened off screen and it's, nobody needs to worry about it. You know who these characters are. At least give some kind of introduction to them, you know?
Like they're part of the Justice League. Just accept it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're getting towards time, and I still have other shit I have to do before I go to bed. So
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap this up. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. I'd like to thank Kit for being here. We had to change the recording schedule up a little bit to get Kit here, but it was definitely a worthwhile choice. Now that my recording program is working and we don't have to fight to wait on Gerbil. We can actually do these episodes kind of whenever.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we have them ready for, on time to be put out, it doesn't matter. So we might be changing the recording times here and there to accommodate having other people on the podcast. And we will continue, like I said, going into creepier and creepier stuff, and we will get better at doing the research and learning about it. And, who's to say here in a couple years we won't revisit the Wendigo and give a, full hour-long presentation on it. We don't know yet. We're still learning.
Yeah.
But thank you all for listening. Hail Satan and hail yourself.
Did they get another gold star?
Yeah, you know what? You do get another gold star. Because this wasn't... When it gets bad, when it gets rough, you'll get a platinum star or something. Because, there are going to be some episodes that are going to have trigger warnings at the beginning. I'm just going to say that. All right, there's some shit that I will talk about that can and will give you nightmares.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Gerbil for having to edit this. Well, not this one in particular, but those in the future.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have nightmares.
He might be emotionally scarred, but it's okay.
You're like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, good night, all.
Good night.
Night.
guys.